Hi guys, I hope you're having a good day. Today we're going to do something with the belt. I had a box of stuff that I came across and it had some belts in there. Just thin belts, like kind of this one that we're going to use today. And I just thought like I'd do something with it because it's plain, it's boring, it's doing nothing. Basically I've split my belt into two pieces. I've just wrapped that round my waist because it's going to be a waist belt, so it needs to be smaller. This was, just a normal belt that I think came with a pair of jeans or something. So I've done that, and basically you need to just pop in some holes because sometimes I wear my belt really high-waisted and then a little bit lower and then, more on my hips kind of thing. So you just need to be putting dots in to create your holes. The idea today is I bought these from Hobbycraft. They are cupcake holders. They just slide in there like that, and there's your cupcake holder. When I saw them, I had no idea they were a cupcake holder until I came home. And I just thought they were pretty because they've got like a shimmery thing going on and with all the different patterns so you can split them up. I cut out all the flowers here. So you can see there's one. We're going to basically stick these flowers all over this belt, just giving it a bit of a design. That's what we're going to do today. I'm going to punch in some holes and then we'll go through putting the flowers on. Punch in some holes. Da-na-na. Na-na-na. Okay, so I've cut in my holes there. You can see they're a bit untidy. I'm just going to use, this is a cuticle stick. You might have seen me use these in previous videos because they're quite useful. I'll be using this to put on my glue as well because this end here is kind of a good spreading tool, and this side you can get into the nooks and crannies, as I say. Try to put the stick in the way the side that you're going to see the hole, because it's gonna, if you push it straight through, it's gonna push the material that way, which this is the back side. So sorry about my words of choice today, because that's gonna push the material this way, so it's gonna create like a smoother line around the hole. So you can see that pushes the hole right through, but it also creates, you can see I've done them differently just to show you how much neater it can look. So this is a great way to do that. Even when you're creating any type of hole, always make sure you're doing it to the back side of your material, the side that you're not going to see. So I'm just going to do these, push that through, and there you go. You've got 3 nice neat holes. Mine's a little uneven. I mean, it doesn't really matter because you're not really going to see it, but if you can, try and keep it a bit even. This hole should just need it to be a little higher here, and then that would be kind of an even space between them. So just kind of try and make sure you're doing that, but otherwise, it's fine. You've got yourself some neat holes there. So that's your holes. Basically, to stick the flowers on, what we're going to use is, I've got silicone glue here. It was £2 from Wilkinson's, but you can get it from, I'm guessing any kind of DIY home-based store. Clear glue, that is what you need, because if it whitens, you're going to be in a bit of a trouble because it's going to look messy. Okay, so now I'm going to stick my flowers onto my belt using my cuticle stick and using my glue. So I'm going to be back when I have done that. All you need to do is put a bit on the end of your cuticle stick, your glue, pop it on your flower, and then pop it straight onto your belt. Just make sure you're holding it quite tight so it seals. So basically you can see that is one flower done. I'm just going to go ahead and do the whole belt. So guys, I've done the belt. That's all done. It looks quite cute actually. Yeah, and then I've just put flowers in between the holes there. So it looks quite sweet, and it's all along the belt. So you can see my idea is to have the actual buckle at the back. I cut up these pieces just from the bottom of the cupcake holders, and you can see I just cut kind of a rectangle shape but I folded it into 3 pieces, so it creates kind of a bracket. So this is for this end because obviously it looks kind of naff. So my idea is to put some glue on the inside. So the way you want to do this, I think I'm going to put glue on the actual material and on the paper just so it gives that, you know, that double strength. So I'm going to put glue all over the side and then wrap it round, and then with the glue on the fabric it should stick really well. Just hold it down there and you know it should do the job quite easily. Okay guys, so I've put that on. You can see it makes it look a lot nicer. Just that little bit of, it's just paper really, but you need to make sure that you've got some really strong glue to stick this on because this is going to go in and out, in and out. So you need to make sure that that's quite steady on, otherwise it's going to come off. My glue needs to dry a bit more, so I'm not going to mess around with it. But obviously when it's in there, and say we put this through here, and you're going to be placing it through there. Hopefully mine don't come apart just as the glue's still wet, and that's going to look a lot neater. You know, it's going to look really pretty. So if we take it out, I'm hoping that this is not going to pull off. Okay, so it actually did come off in the end, which I was a bit annoyed about. I don't think this glue, silicone glue, I wouldn't go for. I think it's okay for your if you like your card and stuff, but I think it's the material, the belt material, that it's not wanting to work with. But like here you see with the flowers won't move. These ones are kind of dry, they're still drying, but they won't move. So they're great for stuff like this. But if you want something like that, that's probably you just gonna want some you know, all-purpose glue like I had in my shoe tutorial. I got that from Hobbycraft, so that's probably gonna be better, like a glue from a craft store. You can even ask the people in there and they'll be able to help you. And that wasn't expensive, that was like $1.95, so it was cheaper than the silicone glue. I've cut a strip off, and this is the same strip off of the cupcake holders, and it's just a plain strip, and basically this here I'm just going to wrap it round, so it just adds a bit more detail and it just, you know, creates a nice effect. You've got to be careful because the glue is still there, as I've said. Yeah, I've just stuck it on there with glue. You just need to be careful while you're doing it. And I just used they're just my tweezers, and I just used the tweezers to push the actual material, the paper, into the actual belt there. So we're also going to be putting pearls in the centre of the flowers. These are the pearls, they're just from Hobbycraft, just giving it a bit more detail. So guys, the belt is done. There you can see it. You can see they've got pearls in the centre. So it's quite nice considering all it was before was that. So to put this with, you know, a nice dress or a top, you know, just gives you a bit of detail, and it'll be nice for the summer. Yeah, like with a pretty dress, especially a floral dress because it's got flowers on it. So yeah, so that's our tutorial for today. You can see it's all nice and tidy, so it doesn't look unneat. All I will say is just get some good glue, because this material was a bit funny. I definitely needed some better glue. Not super glue though, because in my opinion, super glue is just, you know, it's just going towards disaster, because you're using your fingers a lot here, like pressing on. Basically I used the tweezers, I put the glue down, and then I put the pearl down, and then I pressed it on with my finger. You do that with super glue, you're going to be in trouble. So yeah, just make sure you're being very careful. But yeah, that's your belt, and have a nice day. Bye.